Welcome to Your Powerful Legacy TV. My name is 𝙢𝘖𝑎 𝙀𝑒𝑑𝑒𝑔, joined today by Kristina Kepperling and Rob Kepperling of Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services. To our viewers at home, we're talking a lot about spending in retirement today. We're going to take a look at how long you should be planning to save because we don't know how long your retirement's going to be. It's all about spending in retirement. Kristina, how are you today?
Fantastic. I can't wait to talk about this. I know I love spending money.
Me too. Rob, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's one of our highlights of the week to get to spend it with you.
Oh, thank you. I always look forward to seeing you both, and I'm so honored to be here with you, so thank you so much. This is a very interesting topic, spending in retirement. Let's talk about some questions that you hear often. How long should I be planning for? How will I invest in my portfolio? And what impact does allocation have on my portfolio ending balance? I know you're hearing that all the time from clients. Where do we begin?
So other than the word portfolio, a lot of people do not really understand the financial language. So one of the things I'd really like to accomplish today is just to have a good, solid conversation that's very understandable, that I know a lot of you really need some good information. And I want to make sure that you understand this. So ever so clearly, no one has a crystal ball. That's it. I hate to say it that way, but we do not know how long you're going to live. So what we need to plan for is an amazing long life. Ladies, longevity risk is more serious than it's ever been. If you are over the age of 60, you have a 50-50 chance of living to 90. And 1 in 7 will live to 95. That is such a big deal. Longevity risk is huge.
Yes.
So what are we going to do as far as having some income to last the rest of your life, Social Security, maybe an annuity, pension, something like that? And then what about all the things that you want? Where does healthcare start to take a toll? So we're going to talk about all those things.
And I love that you brought up longevity, obviously, because we talked a little bit about this when we were at lunch recently. We talked about the fact that women live longer, and so they have to plan for when their husband is no longer with them. And so it's a totally different world when you're looking at it from a widow's perspective, correct, Kristina?
It is. I tell my husband all the time, I need to die just one day before you because I don't want to live a day without you.
Oh,
That's it.
that
when
is
I
the
think about
sweetest
it.
thing.
But chances are I'm probably going to be here beyond him. I mean, the good die young, so he'll be gone. And, you know, the grumpy will just supersede. That's the way that runs. No,
Do that, or she'll give me some really dangerous honeydews to do. To go ahead and get rid of me.
I don't see that happening at all.
Looking for that balance, though, one of the things that I see people make a huge mistake with longevity risk is that they spend too much money on the front end. So we're not able to continue to compound the interest on the money that's been saved. So having that delicate balance between spending and having the lifestyle that you want versus saving and having the lifestyle that you need, those are two totally different things, and having that balance is very important, and I love talking about that.
I do too, and you mentioned obviously spending on the front end, Rob. So I'm envisioning that as being the go-go years. Would that be like when you're first entering retirement?
Yes, I mean, that's when you're on the go, right?
Yes.
You're going, taking your trips, you're doing things, you're getting projects done at the house because you didn't have time to do them before, but why not look at doing those before you retire, getting all that stuff wrapped up? I think it's important that you have hobbies, both of you, before you retire, because you've got to figure out one another again, right? As you're both going to be at home and you're going to be spending a lot of time together. So maybe you have a hobby by yourself, maybe you have one together, and you just go out and have fun and enjoy and learn new things. It's wonderful to get to know your spouse again after kind of not being separated, but having your different parts of your days. It's important to make sure that you're doing that.
Yes, and enjoying time together. It's almost like being honeymooners again, right?
It is, and having those things that you love during your lifetime together. I know Rob and I have a hobby together. If this was an Olympic sport, I mean, I would be a platinum medalist. It's eating. I mean, I love going to different foods and trying different things, and I mean, all these different places. And I know in retirement, a lot of my retirees love to do the same thing, like to try new things.
Oh, absolutely.
So when we're having the conversation about how can we enjoy that because it is expensive,
yes,
and still have the retirement that we need, is go to lunch. You're retired.
Yes.
They have all these amazing specials for people during the day and getting that senior discount. That's fantastic. So they want to have that lunch crowd and that in between. So, you know, go to lunch at 1 or 2 o'clock. So the working people have already headed back to work. You can have a little bit of peace and quiet and have some fun, maybe a happy hour or something. And then a lot less of a bill because lunch is usually about half the price of dinner.
Well, and you're right. And obviously, sometimes those portions are so big that when you go to lunch, you actually have dinner as well later in the day. You can actually just kind of cut it in half.
We can actually share it.
Yeah, we
a
share
lot of
ours
times.
all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what about, learning how to, not learning, but maybe cooking together.
Yes.
Finding something that you want and doing it together. I think that's important too. That's fun. We share our kitchen all the time. It was first very, very hard to share the kitchen because we both had our routines. We both had things we like to make in certain ways. But I think we do it really good
it has nothing
now.
to do with what we're making. You're messier than I am in the kitchen.
That's true.
I clean up as I go, and he likes to make a mess of a bomb of dishes everywhere. So that's our
it looks like
kitchen
there was more that
controversy.
went into it when I get done.
I love it. I love it. We have a balance at home where I cook, I love to cook, and Tony loves to clean. He loves to clean up. Oh, yes. He just thinks that's
Don't get any
the
ideas.
greatest thing, so he'll come behind me and clean the stove and everything, and it's a
So
balance that
nice.
we have every single night.
Yeah.
So it's about finding that balance. Kristina, how important is it to work with a fiduciary when you're talking about planning for your retirement years and your investment allocations?
Yes, we have a little bit of a joke that we like to say that you need 2 F's in retirement. You need a fiduciary, and of course you need to have some fun. If you're
Yes.
lacking either one of those, chances are you could end up with another F word, which is failure. So we've got to be really careful about that. We want to make sure that we're balancing, and again, it's just a matter of having someone there to do what you need. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with just, a lot of people can say they're a fiduciary. Okay, we all have that piece of paper. How do we practice that responsibility? Show you how, tell you why. That's the essence of it. That's my favorite.
Yes. And isn't the goal, Rob, to put someone else's needs above your very own?
It is. It is very much so. And you look at kind of the smaller or the box stores, so to speak. Do they have the availability of different products that might be more in favor of you? I don't know. Sometimes I don't think so. I think we have a variety of things that we
Yes.
can talk about. And not only that, we talk about things that we don't even provide, right? So we help you get your Social Security. We'll tell you when's the best time for you to retire. And that could be very different. It could come down from a monetary standpoint. It could come down to a point where you just need that money now.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about taxes. We'll talk about your estates and your wills. We'll talk about everything under the sun, your Medicare. So we want to make sure that that holistic approach is built within your plan.
Well, and I've had the pleasure of interviewing so many of your clients. And it's been
Yes.
amazing because I hear one thing from all of them: caring. Kristina and Rob are so caring. They genuinely want to sit down with us. They genuinely want to get to know us. They listen to us. They want to help us have our very best retirement. It's a gift that you both give your clients.
Well, I think that caring is a culture. One of my favorite things about Powerful Legacy is that it feels like a family. We truly are. I mean, obviously working with my husband and then
Yes.
my 2 boys are both licensed agents. We're family, but so is the rest of the staff and the other advisors. So what do? We continue that culture into our clientele. And our clients are family. I mean, a lot of times they come in, well, they greet Zeus first. I'm not going to lie about that one. My little dog gets the greetings first, and he gets all the pets. But we're normally not getting a handshake. We're getting a hug because it's like family.
Yes.
And that's one of my favorite things. I don't know if that's just because when I was in the corporate environment, it's so not like that.
Yeah,
It's be very standoffish, and it's just not fun. And having been on both sides, it is just truly a blessing, number one, to serve people. And if you're truly serving someone in the right way, then you do care.
Absolutely. I love that. Well, Kristina, you and Rob have a very special offer to present today to our viewers at home. Let's talk about what that is before we open the phone lines for the first time.
Yes, folks, I know that a lot of you out there are concerned because you do not have a real plan. We're asking these questions. What are you planning for? What about the longevity? What about the taxes? What about Social Security, Medicare, legacy, all these items together? If you're missing one of those pieces, please pick up the phone right this moment. We open those phone lines. You can call the number on the screen, that 877-893-5099, or pull out your smartphone, click that QR code right there. It's going to take you to set an appointment with us. After you set the appointment, our staff's going to contact you the next business day. We're going to confirm the appointment, give you the address of either the Lexington or Louisville firm that you come to, and then we're going to give you a list of documents we recommend that you either send ahead or you bring with you to make the most of our time together talking about your retirement.
Kristina, thank you so much. And Rob, thank you so much. To the viewers at home, that number to call is on your screen, 877-893-5099. What are you calling in for today? You're calling in for the opportunity to have two people really listen to what your goals, your dreams, and your needs are for retirement. If you're in the viewing audience today and you're asking yourself, do I have the right plan for retirement? Am I ready for those years ahead? If the answer is no, or if you're unsure, this is the perfect time for you to take advantage of this complimentary consultation, 877-893-5099, or grab your smartphone, click on that QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. That will take you right to the landing page for Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services. You can claim your spot accordingly. We're going to take a very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We're talking all about spending in retirement. Stay tuned. We have so much more.
It's Kristina and Rob Kepperling. I'm the founder and CEO of Powerful Legacy. My boys are both licensed agents in the firm, and so when I was starting the business, I didn't want the business to be called Ping Legacy after my last name because it's my maiden name, not my son's names. The logo is my signature, PL. So I wanted to find something that went with legacy that started with the letter P, and my son Preston decided on the word powerful. It's my pride and joy. I worked in the corporate world for several years and realized that there's a lot more that I could be doing to help people. I really feel like that's the essence of life, to help others. And so being able to go from that everyday corporate mumbo jumbo to really honing in on what was the most important to me and what could I give back to other people, that's been the pleasure of Powerful Legacy. We get to meet people of all sorts, but truly, when it comes down to them picking us and us picking them, we're very like-minded, very high in the morale, the ethics, the love for humanity, making sure that we're just doing the right thing. It's really that simple. I cut my teeth almost 20 years ago in the property and casualty world of insurance. Before that, I was actually going to be a lawyer. Don't hold that against me. And when I did jump into the insurance world, I just realized there's so much more to it. So just kept progressing, and then eventually into financial services, retirement, all those aspects of this entire career. And it's amazing.
Welcome back to Your Powerful Legacy TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Kristina and Kepperling and Rob Kepperling of Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services. And yes, as you can see, we have so much fun on this show. We were laughing on the commercial break because it's just a lot of fun to be together. And I love today's topic, obviously. Who doesn't love talking about spending in retirement? As long as you don't go too crazy, but you thrive, yes, enjoy, but you also have to be conservative and make sure that you have your money last as long as your retirement years.
Yeah, some people are better than that than others.
Some people are.
Well, and that's fine because there's also a new grandbaby that's being spoiled right now, so...
Well, we like to call it overly accommodated for instead of spoiled. That's the way that we identify that behavior. And, you know, it's so silly because I hear these clients that tell me they just can't wait to retire so they can spend more time with their grandkids, you know, babysitting them, being a part of their everyday life. And gosh, I get to see my grandson on a regular basis, usually 4, 5, 6 times a week.
Love that.
He is so precious.
He is.
Oh my goodness.
And I haven't held a baby in 14 or 15 years.
Yeah.
It's so much better when you give them back.
I just want to cry. I love him so much. I mean, he's fantastic. He's got this awesome little personality and just that connection. It's almost like I'm enjoying my son all over again.
Yes.
But I get to enjoy watching my son be a father as well. And I know for a lot of people that have explained to me this love, you just don't know it until it's there. Oh my gosh, I just want to eat him up. He's so fantastic.
Aww. And what she said, we noticed it day one. They both of these young, newly married kids, they're kids, let's face it, they change in the blink of an eye. Yeah. And to watch them just grow in that responsibility and be able to take care of another life, it's amazing to watch.
Well, the photos from the very beginning have been so beautiful. It's the unconditional love, it's the care, it's the bonding. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Well, such a blessing.
You know, that look, I mean, I know your daughter being married, and you capture a few things in photos, and right before I was getting ready to walk down the aisle with my son so he could be married, he's like, "Don't worry, Mom, you taught me how to love her," which is the best statement ever.
It is.
And I'm watching him as he's watching his bride walk down the aisle. That was so awesome.
Yes.
Well, then the moment that he walked out of the doors to tell us that his son was here and that he was 8 pounds and 10 ounces.
Oh my goodness.
He's a little chunk. I mean, just squishy little cheeks from day one. That look on my son's face was probably the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life so far.
I love it. I love it. Well, such an incredible blessing. Absolutely. Well, going back into the theme of spending in retirement, so many people want to know, will the portfolio be invested? Can we talk about that, Kristina, the portfolio being invested?
So first off, I want to make a statement to you folks right now that I want you to think about for just a moment. Gains do not help as much as losses will hurt.
That's powerful.
Yes, it is.
Gains do not help as much as losses will hurt. And I want to give a really good example here is that what if you lost so much out of your portfolio right before you were due to retire that you could not retire on time, how and when you wanted to? That's very real, and we've seen this happen a couple of times. And when people say, you know, oh, I just need to plan a couple of weeks ahead of retirement with my advisor, that's not the case. I've got people that are coming in 4 or 5 years before because we start to have control of those accounts. We start to make sure that we're conserving or preserving the wealth to make sure that the decumulation phase is going to be successful.
Sure.
And that balance between still having to grow and then still making sure that you're protecting the money, it's a very delicate balance.
Sure.
It's one of my favorite things in the whole world to talk about. I mean, I talk about it all day, every day.
Yes.
But people are only retiring one time in their lives.
Yes.
So when I consider that, this feels like a massive thing to just swallow, is that, what if I lost? That what if is the most difficult thing. And I know right now, a lot of people are worried about the overall market, the political storms, taxes, inflation. I mean, all these things are just brewing into this perfect storm.
Yes.
Well, I want to make sure and be that lighthouse. I want to give you a good guiding light. And Cynthia, you gave me that analogy, and it's really stuck with my heart. What can we do to be there for people and give them good, solid information?
Yes.
So where the portfolio is invested is not nearly as important as much as why it's invested the way it is.
Absolutely. Well, you're always the lighthouse in the rough seas, so that's why I thought about that with the both of you, the lighthouse in the rough ocean.
And what's refreshing, too, as of late, we've started seeing a lot more people come in their early 50s to try and get prepared. We had a call from a friend of mine. I haven't spoken with this person over 25 years. She said, well, we saw you on TV and we thought it was the right time to go ahead and start planning for 5-10 years down the road for when we retire. We want to go ahead and get a jump on it. And we think that's great to see. It's very refreshing.
Yes.
It gives you a lot more time to do catch-up contributions. It gives you a lot more time to plan, have things done at your home, and get things paid off.
Absolutely.
And Roth contributions,
And
you know,
Roth.
having an opportunity to save for money that will grow tax-free and the distributions are tax-free in the future. That's a huge piece of the retirement puzzle that a lot of people are missing while you're still working and contributing to your retirement accounts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what about the Secure 2020 and the Secure Act 2.0 and how that would add annuities and qualified employer plans? They've been enabled. Can we talk a little bit about that, about spending in retirement?
Yes. So first off, folks, if you were out there watching the show today, I do want to make a little bit of a miniature offer and a statement for just a moment. The Secure 2020 and the Secure 2.0. If you haven't seen this yet and you would like us to send over these amazing articles, we have one from Fidelity and Schwab both. They both do say very similar things, but they explain them a little bit different. And I want to make sure that you are up to date. Why would annuities be in a Secure Act 2 times in a row? What are they trying to accomplish? Well, first off, why do we love annuities? We're seeking safety of the money, an opportunity for safety. We're looking for lifetime income. That's the number one thing. Pensions are so few and far between. This is almost like having a personal pension type thing. And adding it inside of those employer plans, those qualified plans, it's less expensive a lot of times than those 401ks are to actually include it inside of there. So this is something that's new. It's phasing in. I do get a lot of folks with an opportunity when you're over 59 and a half years old. Please listen very close. You do have more options to take care of your accounts. Folks, you can move that over to your own IRA a lot of times with what's called an in-service rollover while you're still working and have more control of your retirement ahead of time. Again, making sure that we're not going to run out of money. That's what we're looking for.
I love that. I love that. Kristina, thank you so much. Rob, thank you. To the viewers at home, there's a number to call on your screen. That number is 877-893-5099. What we're talking about today is spending in retirement. And the question is, how confident are you that you're going to be okay in your retirement years? Do you have a solid retirement plan? Do you have a holistic, well-written design plan that's for you specifically, not your neighbor next door? This is your chance today to have a customized plan drawn up for you. That number to call is 877-893-5099. You don't want to miss the opportunity to take advantage of this complimentary consultation. If you don't have a pen handy, or if you're running out the door, you're busy right now, go ahead, grab your smartphone. Click on that QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. That will take you right to the landing page for Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services, and you can claim your time accordingly. We're going to take a very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to ask a question. How confident are you that your money will last in retirement? Stay tuned.
Have you ever considered refinancing your retirement? When interest rates are low, you might be able to refinance your home, your car loan, and even your credit card rates because it could help you keep more money each month. Yet when interest rates go up, it may make sense to refinance your retirement. Higher interest rates could provide income opportunities that you may not be aware of. What works for your portfolio during low interest rates may not work for you when interest rates are high. Find out if a retirement refi could work better for you. Give us a call today and schedule a complimentary Refi Your Retirement Review.
Welcome back to Your Powerful Legacy TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Kristina Kepperling and Rob Kepperling of Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services. And we are talking all about spending in retirement. A very important question people are asking is, how do I know my money will last through retirement? So Kristina and Rob, I want to ask you that question, obviously. How confident are you that your money will last? That's a question that I know that you ask a lot of people that are coming in for the first time, maybe that don't have any plan in place or just have a box of statements that they're bringing in, because that's not really a plan. So where does that confidence fall into place?
Oh my gosh, I've seen someone actually come and dump unopened statements from a pillowcase on my conference room table before, and that was crazy. That is definitely not a plan. One of the things that I take very personal is your peace of mind.
Yes.
And so what is the success rate? What is your confidence level? If it's not 90% or more, I'm not doing a very good job at all. It's not a job. This is a passion. And one of my favorite things is to show you why your retirement would be over 90% successful, because we're making excellent decisions on the front end. So even though we do have amazing software, AI, whatever people want to call this, that's going to help us calculate your retirement and making sure that you're on track, I still go back old school, calculate it out myself, and make sure that it's going to be perfect for you. This is so important because a lot of times there could be a little bitty thing that's missing. The number one thing that I'm going to tell you completely derails a retirement plan: health.
Yes, that
Failure
makes
of
sense.
your health.
That makes sense.
And there's ways you can safeguard that.
Okay.
So, we can look at certain avenues that will protect your money in a Medicare spend down, and we need to take that in consideration. You need to talk about a trust. A trust might be what's best for you. So talk to a professional, find out exactly what might be best for you. What do you have that's in danger right now?
Okay. Very important thing that we're talking about. All of this is going to be into a well-designed retirement plan to help put guardrails up, if you will, so that people can have peace of mind in their retirement years.
Bumpers on the bowling lane.
Yes,
That's
which
the way
is
I
the
like to
best
bowl.
way to bowl.
Yeah.
Me too, I love that. So also just talking a little bit about asset allocation again before we wrap up, because let's pull this all together. The topic of the show is spending in retirement. How can we give people confidence overall, Kristina?
Well, you've probably heard of these portfolios that they're going to say our balance is going to be a blend, maybe a 60-40 of stocks and bonds. Okay, maybe you're looking for some dividends off of something so that you can have some income. Everyone's situation is completely different. There's no way I can sit here and say this is what's going to be that unicorn of an investment, because it doesn't exist. And listening to everyone's situation and placing that unique situation on a timeline for that person specifically to make sure that if the worst comes, we're prepared, but also if we live a great long life, we're prepared. So when I think about what is the best balance, I actually want to talk about some different types of buckets. In retirement, you do need a bucket right out of the gate that's going to be spending. Folks, there's going to be money going in here like your Social Security check, maybe some pension. For some of you out there, you're going to leave this at a bank. It's going to be CD, money market, checking, savings. It is normally liquid, so you can spend that money. Talking about spending in retirement, that's probably my favorite bucket. We want to keep it full. Every month we want to make sure and get that financial fill up and make sure that you have all that money that you need to spend for those wants and needs. The next bucket is going to be your flex bucket. This is generally Wall Street, so stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. We want to make sure that we're keeping your risk tolerance and control in that bucket, and this is the opportunity for growth. Then we have the insurance bucket. This is where we're normally looking for safety and some lifetime income. So one of the mistakes that I see is that people do not allocate them in the right buckets for the right reasons. So having that conversation consistently, I think that that's very important as well.
Sure, absolutely. And Rob, doesn't it always come down to having a plan for retirement overall?
Well, if you don't plan to retire, you're going to plan to fail, right?
Yes.
So you look at the statistics on that, the greater amount of success that you're going to have a plan. No matter what you do in life, if you don't have a plan, your chances of achieving those goals dramatically go down.
Absolutely, absolutely they do. Kristina, there's a copy of your book on the TV, on the set today, I should say, for this TV show. And let's talk about why it's with us today, The Retirement Train.
So,
choo, choo, choo.
Yeah. I love this book. This is so great, and I'm so passionate about this book because it's very different than a lot of other financial books. It's very easy to read. It's very easy to understand, and it applies to every stage in life. So for those of you that are wanting to seek a little bit more information, this book is not for sale. I only give this away, so give us a buzz and we can set you up with either the Lexington or Louisville firm. Come get a copy. If you don't want to see us, that doesn't offend me at all. I'm not easily offended. I guess I'm in that boring generation, right? So come in and get a copy. We just want to give you that information and want to make sure that you're getting the education that you deserve to at least start planning for your retirement.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And Kristina, that book is so amazing, and I love the reading of it. It's just so easy, it's simple, and I hear your voice through it all. So thank you so much for another amazing episode. And Rob, thank you for an amazing episode. To our viewers at home, that number to call is 877-893-5099. We know that you have a lot of questions about how to plan your perfect retirement. Rob and Kristina have the answers for you. All you have to do is call in today or click on that QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed. We'll see you back 1 week from today on Your Powerful Legacy TV with Kristina Payne Kepperling and Rob Kepperling. Take care.